Alright, let's try this. This video is just my initial thoughts on the new jungle Tryndamere. I haven't tried him in a lane. I prefer the lane with Tryndamere because he's pretty dominant there. He farms pretty well. His early game was so underrated. It's like misunderstood. He had lots of positive matchups if you gave it a shot. Like he had to lane smarter than the opponent. He could deal with mages if he took some magic resistance. He could deal with most ranged. Like Corki was one of his biggest weaknesses, but almost anybody else he'd tear them up pieces. Even Renekton. Like I fought Renektons, they don't do anything versus Tryndamere. Like they dive you, you can just start smacking the crap out of them, and you can just spin away if they start their little combos or whatnot. However, he had some very negative matchups and had some very positive matchups. And I don't know if the new Tryndamere is the same thing in the lane or if anything has changed. I haven't tried him yet. This is going to be about jungle Tryndamere. What you're seeing right now is the old footage from the old jungle Tryndamere before any changes have happened. It was high risk. It was like I'm not understating that. It was very high risk, probably one of the riskiest junglers, riskier than Olaf, because at least Olaf had life sustained from his W. Tryndamere has his heal, but if he heals up, then he loses a lot of his damage. So it's that was his curse. However, old Tryndamere had good paths, snowballed like crazy after a couple levels. When you got rank 3 on your queue, you start tearing packs apart. There's really nothing that can stop you, and you go out of control. You were very susceptible to counter jungling. It's probably still the same for the new jungle. However, with that being said, like they changed it, and just gonna flat out say right now, the new jungle Tryndamere is probably better. I mean, jungle Tryndamere had some strengths, some speed, and whatnot, but RNG was always the biggest factor. If you got unlucky, like even at the very beginning, just someone it wasn't uncommon that you got so unlucky that was it. Your jungling is basically shot, and if the enemy knew you had a bad early start, they can take advantage of it and crush you. That's how bad his jungling used to be. If you had an amazing start, then go ahead. You're having the time of your life. However, the new one regulates that. It's still somewhat RNG dependent, but a lot less so. However, it doesn't come without its weaknesses. The new jungle is a lot less, versatile. Like, unless you take cloth armor, you're stuck with one route. I've only found one route that is consistent throughout for anything. It's just the wolf start, as you'll see right now. Starting from wolves, clearing down, going home, and going down. The regular superior route that seems to work with everybody. That's the only route that seems to be consistent. Starting at golems, you die at a blue, and if you just go home after wolves, then you waste a lot of time. And why not just have started in wolves in the first place? Unless you start off with cloth armor, which is a bad idea. Wriggles is a bad item on Tryndamere. It always has been, and don't know if it still will be. But my money is on that it's not going to be useful or at all for him. If you start off with cloth armor, you can take the old paths, you can take more complicated paths, but it's a waste of gold. Sure, you can sell it back, but you just lost a bunch of gold from buying the cloth armor in the first place, selling it back, and using those potions. Vampiric Scepter is far superior, as you can see here. It's like, sure, I got lucky with some crits, but this generally build this item build, this mastery build, and these runes will generally just keep you fully well, at least during the first route, and then the second route should be easier, especially since you get boots really early. The weakness, though, is again the build limitation. You have to take armor runes with the new Tryndamere. That's the worst part. You can do without it, but you're relying right there on luck, which was what was bad about the first Tryndamere. You're relying on luck, and you're relying on not being caught or anything, and you still can't, take complicated routes or anything. The issue here is that the new Fury system for him is pretty counterproductive. In the other Tryndamere had crit based on how much damage you've taken. The damage was all on the bloodlust stacks. Now here, it's just on how you get damage depending on how low your health is, and your crit comes from your Fury. However, if you consume the Fury to heal yourself, your damage actually goes down because, you know, you're not as damaged as before. And your crit is gone too, so your damage on the creeps is like moot. That's especially critical against the Wraiths. God damn these Wraiths. No matter what, always Tryndamere has had the issue with that. If he didn't get a lucky start before he started fighting the Wraiths, and if he doesn't get lucky in the Wraiths either, he's gonna take so much damage from the Blue Wraith. Either you smite it, or you know, you tank the thing, and you hope you get lucky. If not, it's gonna mess you up. So that's why the new Tryndamere and the old Tryndamere usually started off killing the Blue Wraith. Just fuck that thing. Anyways, I'm just gonna state right now that the new Tryndamere, new Jungle Tryndamere, is better. I'm gonna prefer it now. I know it's pretty bold to just say I prefer the new Jungle Tryndamere right off the bat, especially because in that topic I was like raging against it. But I have to just admit that I enjoy consistency more. The old strengths of Jungle Tryndamere was him going crazy and annihilating somebody. Just, you know, oh, he got lucky, this guy is lower level, run in there and nuke him for half his health with just one auto attack. The new one is more consistent. I don't know how, I haven't tried him in a real game yet, so I'm just saying I'm enjoying the fact that I won't die to these packs as long as, you know, I adhere to this little build. I don't really like not being able to, you know, be versatile with my routes. However, in a real game, I'll be able to test out his invasion powers and whatnot. I am having high hopes for the new Jungle Tryndamere. Consistency is always a good thing. Also, the sound effects are awesome. Jungle Tryndamere, like, until I found out the path, this path I just showed, and the path I just uploaded, it was looking terrible. But if all I have to sacrifice is armor runes, then I'm okay with it. I would like more armor pen, but yeah, I just have to deal with it. Well, and here's hoping his lane is just as good as before. I loved the old Tryndamere lane. By the sounds of it, like, the new Tryndamere should be really good in the lane, because, you know, you can be at full health and full fury and still have that ridiculous crit chance. Just start bashing at people. Of course, you won't have the added bonus of the damage from the bloodlust stacks, but, you know, that's just something I have to see. You know, experimentation. The one thing I hope they change about Tryndamere, though, is his damn death animation. Holy crap, does it look stupid. Holy crap. Let's look at it again. Oh god.